What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to an all-new Let's Play Europa Universalis 4. In the last episode, we just finished up our war with Scandinavia. We obviously took a variety of provinces. We took the province of Åland, we took the province of Abo, we even took some northern Swedish provinces as well. One thing that you will realize is that the entire reason why we went to war was to basically return 2 provinces, only about 22 development back to the Teutonic Order, but the idea is I am going to feed this vassal. We've already switched them over to the Orthodox religion. So, this is obviously a long-term plan. I probably will go to war with Bohemia and maybe release about 5 or 6 provinces. I don't know if I could release them. Yes, I can. I can obviously release some provinces and also do a little bit of returning territories or returning cores for ridiculously cheap. So that'll be one of our big goals. And all the way to the north, if you look at Norway, we actually we returned a core of Halogaland, excuse my pronunciation, and we returned it back to Norway. So the idea is now that they're a vassal, they are my vassal, as a vassal of Russia. They do have a lot of liberty desire, but I did also enforce my religion, so this will all eventually become Orthodox as well. And if we look at our diplomatic map mode, we are going to try to return all of these territories for, I believe, it is half price. Not only do they not have to pay for any administrative power to core up their governments, but they also have the ability to, I can return provinces for very, very little aggressive expansion. So that's the idea. We're going to try to get somewhat of a more powerful vassal, at least not only to protect our naval waters or our naval ambitions, but we also want to go ahead and try to create a small army. If anything, it'll be, cannon fodder to, kind of like a meat shield, but it is what it is. Okay, so we are on the 3rd of February, 1655, and ultimately right now, our biggest unfortunate mishap is we are down 33,000 manpower. And I don't really want to stop our territorial ambitions or our conquests, so what we're going to do is we are going to try our best. I'm going to unpause the game. I'm going to try to take over a little bit of bits and pieces of Persia. Is it going to be successful? I believe it will. But the idea is we're going to fight somebody very weak, somebody who only has one ally, and I guess it's this guy down here. And so, all we really need to do is take out the Persian army. While we're successful, the idea is to improve manpower while in this tiny war. We are now in March, so that means we now have 2 brand new advisors. I would absolutely like this commandant, but our number 1 priority right now is probably more manpower. But then again, more discipline means we wouldn't die as much. Let's do it. Did I just destroy you? I retired the advisor by accident. Oh well, maybe we can get the... Okay, another discipline. He's still the wrong rank. Let's remove this morale of armies. I would have definitely taken it if it was +1. But I guess my number 1 goal is to find the master recruiter. We are slowly but surely actually getting back our manpower, which is awesome. And in the meantime, while we're waiting, not only are we working on our annexation of Khiva, which should be done in March of 1657, we are also trying our best to create a core. Reinforcement speed, still not what I want. I might even go ahead and just retire this advisor. Maybe we can get another level 1 commandant, who knows. I also, another thing that I've really never done is our vassal absolutely hates us. Alright, so don't get me wrong, that's Hungary. And though they were at about 55% liberty desire, I went ahead and I seized one of their provinces. I seized the province of Moldavia, but the idea is it's only 13 development, so you would think it's not really that big of a deal. They had about 175 development altogether. Now they have 162, now that I've removed 13 from them. And of course, now that I've seized this province, I do need to create a core, and that's 47 admin. And now at 49, and now it's cheaper because our war exhaustion has gone down. Do we have enough for our master recruiter? I still don't see one. I keep getting the same advisors over and over again. And so one thing that I'll probably go ahead and do... Yeah, see, I was going to bring up my army maintenance, but I don't think it's really that necessary right now, especially as we only have 6.85 spy network out of 20. We want to create a claim. National manpower modifier, exactly what we needed. Looking at Persia, if I wanted to, I'm going to remove this diplomat from Norway. I don't know if we can actually declare war. I don't think we can, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't try. We now have technically negative 19,000 manpower. We previously had negative 30,000. We can't go to war yet, but once we have this claim, we should be good to go. And we do have a lot of troops, and I think we're going to be good to go in these areas. You're going to go here, you're going to go there. I have another missionary that's not doing anything. Let's go ahead and change over the province of Kerry and see if we could do anything that way. I also have a lot of Patriarch authority. I might even get the icon of St. Michael. And the idea behind that is now we have more discipline and manpower recovery speed. So now we're going to have 2,200 manpower growing back. I don't know if I should say growing back, but it's obviously what's coming. Should I ask for 40,000 manpower? I don't think I should, because really this is about 2 years of manpower for additional levies. Don't think I'm going to necessarily try for that. Okay, we are almost on the 1st of January, 1656. All we're doing right now is waiting for this core. And I do have some actual admin. I would love to make some additional states, but I don't know if it's really our best option. Looks like Bohemia is kicking butt, taking names. Should I go to war with Bohemia? I obviously don't have any troops over here. They are allied with France and Spain. That sounds like a god-awful idea. So I don't think we will. Alright, let's begin shifting all of our army maintenance all the way up. And we do have some inflation that's on the rise. Merchants have been harassed. I can gain an insult casus belli on Scandinavia, gain some loyalty. Or I could lose some loyalty and make Scandinavia like us. Well, I hate Scandinavia, so let's get some burgher loyalty. We're only making about 25 ducats every single month. We're now down about 4,000 manpower, and we're probably going to go to war any moment now. We will allow people to sample new religions. All of these units are now getting stronger and stronger. And what does make me nervous is a lot of these provinces aren't actually, a lot of these are mountainous provinces, so that is going to be a little bit of a big deal. Let's fabricate our claim. Our number one priority is this area, Manzadaran. Let's now recall this diplomat, and immediately we are going to declare war. There it is, sending everybody on in, down to where they need to be. You go here, you go here. I'm going to send this 11,000 unit on down a little bit closer. By the time we take all of these new territories, we're going to need a lot of administrative power, which is going to get expensive as well. But they only really have about 30,000 units, and we easily have 14,000 times 6, whatever that is. I'm guessing 80,000 something troops. And much like before, I'm thinking of sending 28,000 into the mountains, 28,000 into the mountains. As long as we're continuing to grow, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I want somebody with some siege. So let's move these units on down. They have a little bit of artillery, so the idea is coupling the artillery and this general with some siege. We might actually be able to make some progress. Questions of rights. We could take the province, cede Trakai to Russia. I'm guessing this is part of Khiva. Ah, no, it's part of the Teutonic Order. The situation works for us. Let's leave it be. I can renounce my claim. I think I'm going to lose my claim on Trakai. And the idea is basically I want the Teutonic Order to like me a little bit more. Is it going to be a challenge? Yes, it is. But I think that's going to be the price we will pay. Looks like we have some unrest. Crimean separatists. I didn't actually notice they spawned. And we have yet another missionary. Let's send somebody on down to the Lower Don. Negative 49, going to negative 35. And we have some additional enemy troops, Catholic zealots. And one thing that I do think is comical, we don't have access to Hungary, which makes me rather sad. We would have to go ahead and ride on through Cilicia with military access. Do you need a leader? I don't think you did, but it's fine. Okay, I see 25,000 troops on the move. However, we do have a castle here and a castle here, so I don't think they could really run into our own territory. So, once again, you would think we would start growing up our manpower, but it doesn't really look like it. Integration of Khiva has finally been successful. And this 10,000 unit will probably be improved to match everything else, as it needs to be an 824. So therefore, one unit of cavalry can be removed. And another thing I probably need to look at, so obviously we can't vassalize all of Persia. I'm a little saddened by that. So we'll probably take a glance as to something like this. Wow, is that all I can take? That's literally all I can take. And the Ottomans are going to be upset. Persia's going to be upset. Can I release any vassals? Afghanistan's way over there. Korea doesn't matter. Tabaristan. Do I own any cores of Tabaristan? Not that I see. Yes, yes I do. So that will obviously not work out. And another thing that kind of upsets me is, wow, Persia has declared war on Baluchistan. I don't think that's going to work out well for them. Let's destroy this one unit of cavalry, and immediately we're going to create more units for an 824. We did lose a little bit of manpower, but that's fine. New trade goods have been unlocked, and all sorts of new areas in Siberia. And you would think these would work better, but I'm guessing negative 28% war score makes me a little bit nervous and uncomfortable. We're about to be attacked in the mountains, so technically we're about to be attacked. Can we evacuate? This might not end well. We don't have a leader, though we might win this initial battle. It's definitely not sustainable, and if we were to be attacked by the Persian army, we probably would lose. Okay, looks like we have also gained the Conquest Casus Belli against Hungary. Or, excuse me, against the Ottomans for Hungary. I keep pausing the game every couple seconds because I get a little bit nervous about these troops. And you would think we would still actually do some capturing. But we're taking so much attrition that it doesn't really make all that much sense. You are going to move this direction, you are going to move here, and you are going to move here. We now actually have a war goal, which is pretty awesome. And I'm wondering how much development are we about to take? It doesn't even seem like all that much. Honest Broker, we are about to get better opinions for a lot of these regions. Do I want to unlock naval professionalism? I think I do, and we are finally ahead of time in pretty much all areas. Are we about to embrace manufactories? Actually, no. We are nowhere near embracing manufactories, except in this one small area of Pronsk. Should I create a manufacturer of my own? Probably in St. Petersburg. Or inside Osel, because then it could really spread. What if I did it inside Crimea here? Then the manufactories would grow to all of these areas. I don't know what I'm going to do. I obviously want to save some money for now. If the institution spread isn't as fast as it should be, I think that's fine. Okay, 39% war score. All 28 of you, I'm guessing, are going to go there. You 28. See, I hate losing all of this manpower. And I'm wondering, can you go here? You would think this war wouldn't be as bloody as it is, but I'm unfortunately incorrect on that. 8.1 thousand troops hidden away to the north. And the idea is we might even have our war score very, very soon. So, I can't, unfortunately, release Tabaristan. Just these. I mean, ridiculous. It's so expensive. Persia's obviously going to be upset. The Ottomans are going to be upset. But I think my next war will probably be against the Ottomans. Yeah, I can only really take these provinces. A lot of these areas, like Tehran, it's a lot of development. I mean, this has 18, 11. Yeah, you would think I could take more, but I guess not. And so, while our wars are taking place, our heir has died. Not bad. Oh, excuse me, our queen has died. Kind of wish our heir would die. 513. Probably a bad idea, but we could make him a king, or a general. A 312, pretty garbage. Ooh, lose money or gain some local unrest for 10 years. I think I'll gain the unrest. And we have 46% war score. You are going to go here. And you are going to march to the north. And probably just remove some of these threats. I don't know where the capital is of Persia. And we might have already taken it. It could have been Tabaristan. But I don't see a golden crown. So therefore, I probably won't worry about it. But we have 47% war score, so things are going according to plan. We have won the Siege of Chagatai. We now have 53% war score. You're going to go here. Let's immediately begin improving relations with Baluchistan. I'm pretty sure that we destroyed them and their culture when they were way up here to the north. I could be mistaken. But the idea is I want to ensure that other nations don't join a coalition against me. We have 53% war score. Once we take out this mountainous province, you know, we should go a lot higher. And we're about to attack into the mountains. Not the best plan. You're going to go down. If we need to, you can go down as well. Adding about 8,000 cannons might make a world of difference. Ooh, 49% war score. Let's also send a missionary into Belgium. I wouldn't mind taking over Jerusalem, because that would mean we would get yet another missionary, and then it would make things a lot more efficient. Okay, 65% war score. Can I remove Gujarat from this campaign? 9,000 troops. We are obviously being quite successful. You are going to go here, you are going to go down, and we have 70% war score. Would they like a white piece? No. And we still can't take everything we want, which makes me upset even more. Let's send 28,000 troops to Khuzestan. I don't see any Baluchistanian troops. You are going to go here, you are going to go there, and you are going to go there. We already have 72% war score. Every month that goes by, I mean, we're obviously in a war. We're gaining manpower as well. There's really nothing that I need to do. I want to unlock line infantry soon. And it would probably make a ton of sense to also start working on quality troops. But I also think I need administrative ideas, because all of these cores that I'm unlocking are requiring a lot of administrative power. And it would make a ton of sense. I mean, if I had minus 25%, I would easily save about 100 administrative power every single turn. Or every single war, I guess. And that'll add up. So that is something I should probably look at. I'm doing a lot of conquest. I mean, all of these areas will eventually turn. 75% war score. Let's just park all of our troops on. I do want a leader with siege. 2 siege. Not bad. Going from like negative 35 to positive 7 is always an amazing, you know, idea. Or an amazing chance. Our truce with Lüneburg has ended. We are basically preparing for a war with the Ottomans. Peace with Persia, which makes me wonder. I don't mind being careful. So I think the idea is I just want to grow my manpower rather than waste it all. Peace offer from Persia, no thank you. Let's send in a missionary to Urtesh. And we could reduce independence of the church or protect them. Patriarch authority or gain some money. Let's gain the Patriarch authority. So we now have a little bit of actual money. And I don't really know what to spend it on. We have 11 groups of 14,000. So I'm guessing that's 154,000 troops. And we could build up a navy. I just don't think it's really what we want to do. And like I said, my number one goal is to probably take the provinces of Jerusalem. And that way we'll actually have another missionary. We have 91% war score. Can we take what we want? Yes, we can. Can we take money? Yes, we can. Persia's going to be upset, and the Ottomans will be upset. But that is fine. That is all dandy. And that is what we are going to do. Immediately, we are also going to improve the autonomy in all of these areas, because I don't want to deal with it. I have a lot of money, and I certainly don't mind not dealing with rebels. All of these units will march north. We are still protecting... No, we're not. Yes, we are. This castle way up here is protecting us, when in fact we should probably build one here. Do we own this area? Yes, we do. Let's build a very weak castle and destroy this one. And now we actually have some defense, except against Chagatai. We currently have 5 of 5 diplomatic relations. Let's remove this unit, and then try to cancel military access. And we now have 4 of 5 diplomatic relations. Can we improve relations with any of our neighboring countries? Austria is no longer an ally, but I wouldn't mind destroying Bohemia, as they're obviously getting stronger and stronger, and they're making me a little nervous. All I would do is basically give some provinces to the Teutonic Order, and maybe take a few of my own. But the idea is I would much, much rather have a meat shield, like the Teutonic Order, because then they'll pay for things like a castle when I won't need to. I have a lot of administrative power. Let's go ahead and core these areas. So right now, actually, let's cancel this. I have 374. It doesn't tell me how much this will cost. So I've immediately lost 320 administrative power. Had I have had administrative ideas... I would have saved about 25% of that. And the idea is we're going to keep conquering and conquering and conquering. So ultimately, every turn, I mean, that was about 320, so we could have saved about 60 admin, which ultimately would permanently give us another state, which I would like. We are barely ahead of time with administrative tech, so I think what I'm going to do is actually switch on over to a new focus. As we have 870 military power, I'm guessing we're going to unlock the line infantry. Not now, but sometime soon. And much like before, this is a castle. This is good. An alliance from Austria. Do they like the Ottomans? Not really. I don't think they would help me, though. They don't like Bohemia anymore. Wow. That's odd. Aren't you allied? You were. Excuse me, I lied. Cilicia was the one who was allied to Austria. Alright, well, I guess I'm going to go ahead and put an end to this episode after declining our alliance with Austria. But thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you in our next adventure. Hope you all have an awesome day.